Greetings everyone, welcome back to the Austin Lindsay channel. Today I wanted to talk about YouTube lighting setups, or really just kind of talking head setups. So what I'm going to do in this video is tell you about my current setup and then kind of show you a few other lighting setups that I've used in the past. So my current light setup is I have a Godox SL60W as my main light right up here, and it's going through, I want to say, a 32-inch octabox, which is kind of what a lot of YouTubers have these days. They have a COB light, which means chip on board. They use the apertures, and Godox makes some, and a few other companies newer makes the same ones. So a lot of people use those through a large octabox or octadome or some big modifier to get the light very large and looking very flattering. I also have, just by happenstance, a white reflector below me. What I wanted was a white table, so I ended up buying a dry erase board. These are just raw material that you can make your own dry erase board, but I just set it on top of an old table. So what this does is it allows the main light to bounce onto the table and come up underneath and give me some fill light underneath my chin. Let me show you really quickly how that looks like without the fill light. I'm just going to throw a black cloth over this. So you might hear a little bit of audio difference because this is a lot of padding, but now you can tell that there's not any light coming from the table and bouncing up underneath my chin. So let's move on to the background. I have this lamp back here that you can see. I turn that on from time to time, usually most of the time really. And then I have another pink light back here, which I really like having color in the back because I can use it to kind of complement what I'm wearing or what I'm showing. So like I have a blue shirt on, have this pink back here, which kind of, I think, complements it pretty well. And what these lights are is just a standard RGB LED light. You can get different types all over the place. A lot of manufacturers make them. They do range from about 50 to 80 bucks, so they're a little on the pricier side. They do quite a bit of things. You can use it as like a hair light. You have like a white light that'll go from 85 to 25K and a bunch of lighting effects and cool things like that. They're battery powered. You can take them around with you. So I do really like these lights for that reason. But if you're looking for something cheaper, you can get LED strips. Those things actually change color as well. They have remote controls, a lot of them, and they're around 15 to 20 US dollars. Those ones you can mount permanently. They have strips, you can plug them into the wall. They're not as modular, but you could grab a USB power supply on some of them and take that with you if you want to save some money but still have a little bit of modular capability. Okay, let's move on to a few lights that I've used in the past. So this is one of the kind of the original light that I started lighting myself with. This is the Yongno YN303. It's basically just a camera hot shoe light. They make smaller ones that fit on your hot shoe. This is kind of the larger of the sizes, but you can find these all over the place in various brands. I really liked these ones because they have a cold shoe mount on here, so it can fit in your camera's hot shoe. And they have a 1/4-20 thread, so I could put these on a light stand or something. I moved on from that one to a newer light, and these are just a larger LED panel light. It has some diffusion over it, but behind here are some LEDs. Tons of manufacturers make these ones. Newer, Godox, great video maker, various manufacturers. You can find these all over the place. Both these lights actually can be powered either via a power supply or Sony NPF batteries, which is something I really liked about them because it makes them very mobile, and NPF batteries are very easy to find. I will mention though is you can use one of these as like a hair light. So if you have an extra one of these, or if you upgrade to a different light and keep your LED or something like that, you can then put this on like a boom stand and use it as kind of a hair light, which I actually have kind of going on over here. I've got kind of a purplish light that you might be able to see just lighting the side of me over here. So I'm going to show 3 ways of how I use these lights to light myself or my subject. The first way is pointing them directly at the subject or myself. The second way is to use these with a shoot-through umbrella. And then the third way is to bounce these off of a wall. And in this case, I'm going to use a V-flat that I put near the camera. Alright you guys, hopefully that gave you a little bit of information on how to do some talking head or YouTube or vlogging setups. If you guys do have any questions, leave them in the comments field. I'll do my best to answer them, and thanks everyone for watching.